Good morning, Snipes Academy. It is Wednesday, May 12th. I'm Mr. Yates, and this is Snipes Daily News. All right, everybody, welcome back. Hope you had a great day yesterday. Please excuse me for my voice. As you can tell, I'm a little bit under the weather this morning. But speaking of weather, let's get into it with some weather. Right now, as I'm sure you noticed, it's raining outside, and it's around 62 degrees, so a little chilly. It will not get any warmer today. As a matter of fact, the temperature is set to drop for the rest of the day. By the time we leave school, it will be in the 50s, and it will probably rain all day, so kind of a yucky day. For today's This Day in History segment, we're going to talk about the gas shortage. So since nothing of consequence happened on this day in history, I thought we'd talk about a current event and discuss this gas shortage. So what is initially causing this is a company called Colonial Pipeline. Has a pipeline that supplies most of the Southeast with gas and jet fuel and diesel fuel. So their computer network was hacked and attacked by a program called a ransomware. It's basically a virus that can be lifted by the attacker at any time. In this case, they put it in place, asked for money, and so they lift it when they asked for money. Now, the cyber attack didn't actually cause the shutdown, but the company, in a cautionary move, actually ceased operations of the company. So while it is technically the fault of this terrorist organization called DarkSide, at the root, it's actually the company who shut off the gas pipelines. That sounds complicated. It is. It took me quite a long time yesterday to understand exactly what was happening. I think the company shut it down so that if the terrorist organization was to get control of the systems, they couldn't do anything malicious with it. To make matters worse, as does happen when bad things happen, people panicked and immediately went to the gas station, regardless of whether or not they needed gas, to fill up their tanks. This is a problem because the already limited supply was then sucked up quickly by people who did not actually need gas. Now, this has happened once before in history. In the 70s, there were a series of gasoline shortages in America, also exacerbated by panic buying, but also for different reasons. So back then, there was a supply issue because of certain rules and regulations that made it difficult to produce oil in the United States, and also the main producers being controlled by OPEC, and them not really liking Western countries very much. That led to extremely high gas prices and low supply and panic buying, which meant that for years there were lines at gas stations, kind of similarly how you see it today. The difference today, though, is that the United States now is one of the largest oil producers in the world. We make enough to, supply our own needs and then also export some. So, thanks to lower regulations, we were able to do that. And also, so the supply is not an issue. Right now, it's just this glitch with the pipeline. So this will not be an ongoing situation, thankfully. Now let's move on to some birthdays. Today we actually have 3 birthdays, so I'm going to go ahead and get into those right now. First up, we have 2 kindergartners who are both having birthdays today, both of whom are turning 6. That would be George Bozeman and Tylen Hansley McMillan. And also in 4th grade, turning 10, we have Jameer Bozier. So, if you see any of those gentlemen in the hallway, wish them a very big happy birthday. And that about wraps it up for us today, guys. So I hope you all have a great day. Work hard, have fun, and I will see you tomorrow. This is Snipes Daily News.